In this lesson, you will learn how to unpack sentences using the sentence unpacking strategy to determine an author's message of a text. In the excerpt from the article, It's the Truth, Americans Conflicted About Lying, the author uses many clauses and phrases within sentences. Sentences with many clauses and phrases can make sentences difficult to understand. To make sense of these challenging sentences, you will use a strategy known as sentence unpacking. To unpack sentences, the first thing you must do is chunk the sentence into parts. Then determine the meaning of each of those chunks. As you unpack sentences, think of the questions that have been provided below. What is happening? Who or what is involved? And where, when, and in what ways is the event happening in the sentence? Let's look at this example sentence from your article. In the AP Ipsos poll, 65% of those questions said it was sometimes okay to lie to avoid hurting someone's feelings, even though 52% said lying overall was never justified. You will notice we have chunked the sentence into the different phrases and clauses. And over on the right, we have written and determined the meaning of each of those chunks. So let's see how we might have done that. The first chunk reads, in the AP Ipsos poll. A poll is a survey where you might ask people their opinion or what they think about a certain topic. In this case, we're talking about lying. So I can come over here and say that that might mean when they ask people's opinions. The next chunk, 65% of those questions said it was sometimes okay to lie to avoid hurting someone's feelings. When we try and avoid hurting someone's feelings, we don't want to make them feel bad or make them upset. And in this case, there were a lot of people that were questioned or asked because 65% is a high number. So I can come over here and say that that probably means most people thought it's okay to lie if it stops someone's feelings from being hurt. The next phrase tells us, even though 52% said lying. Well, that's kind of a weird phrase, right? But when we look at the word even though, that kind of tells us, wait, but there's some information that might contradict the information above. And 52% is about half of the people that were asked. So I can come over here and say that half of the people said lying. Then we have this word overall, which really tells us that in general, or when considering many of the factors, so I can say it means in general, was never justified. And that can be and mean that was never okay to do. Finally, what we are going to do is we are going to write the sentence in your own words, in using the meanings that we determined for each of these chunks. In this case, the sentence might now sound like, or in my own words, be most people think it's okay to lie if it stops someone's feelings from being hurt, but a lot of people think it's never okay to lie. Now it's going to be your turn to try it. With the assignment provided, please try the sentence unpacking strategy to determine the meaning of this sentence here. Good luck.